I want to thank you for the important role that the Atlanta media played yesterday in helping us to bring this very troubling episode to a very happy ending. Thank you all so much for getting out information to the public. The media played a critical role, and we very much appreciate that. I personally want to thank Chief Ramos, the DeKalb County Police Department, and the GBI, FBI, and all the agencies who came together to help to locate this beautiful young baby royalty and bring her back to her lovely mother. I'm proud of Chief Ramos, I'm proud of the DeKalb County Police Department, but I'm also proud of our citizens who provided critical information at important points in this process. By working together, we can continue to build a safe DeKalb County and a safe community. Thank you so much, and as Chief Ramos said, this is the very best day that we've had in DeKalb County during my tenure as CEO. God bless you and thank you, and I want to bring Chief Ramos back, and we'll continue with this press conference. But once again, thank you all for the critical role that you all played yesterday in educating and informing our community and helping us get to the facts and bring this to a positive conclusion. Thank you. Chief Ramos.
Good morning again. So I think the CEO touched on a few things, but I just want to make sure that we don't miss everyone or anyone, because as he said, it took all of us to make this a successful outcome. So I really just want to make sure that we thank the GBI, the FBI for offering their support, all the local and state agencies that assisted us. We had a couple K-9 units to come from outside of DeKalb County to help with the search. And we really just want to make sure, because this was a positive outcome that could not have happened without everyone's assistance. And a special thanks to the men and women of the DeKalb County Police Department that tirelessly worked from 2 a.m. From the moment we got this news. The CEO made it a priority to make sure that we had all the resources we needed to make sure that we brought this to a successful conclusion. So with no further ado, I want to introduce to you to our guest of honor, Miss Royalty and her mother, Elizabeth.
Good morning. Hi. Is it her? You want to say hi? My name is Elizabeth Grisby, and this is Royalty Grisby. I would like to start by saying thank you to the DeKalb County Police Department. I have never felt so much support in my life. I'm so glad that my baby is home. I'd like to give a special thank you to Chief Ramos, because she kept me informed. She called me to make sure I was okay. She came and saw us at the hospital. Detective Bryant, he stayed with me all day yesterday, which was a blessing because my head was going everywhere. And so he was like my piece of sanity. And I'm just glad that she's home.
Elizabeth, what went through your heart and through your mind when you got that phone call and you learned that Royalty had been found?
I don't even know how to explain it, because at first I was very, very sad because they found the car first. And then they found like all the clothes and stuff. And so then it was just like, okay, well, where's the baby? And then they arrested him and I'm like, where's the baby? So at first I was in a bad place, but then when they said they had found her, I was ecstatic.
How's she doing?
She's fine. She was a little shaken up yesterday and she really didn't want to talk, but by last night, she ate and she drank and she was just her normal self, like nothing even happened.
Do you have anything to say to the man, the teenager now charged with kidnapping your daughter? What would you like to say?
It's not really that I have anything to say to him. It's just, I don't understand at age 14, like, what is going on that you're out at 2 a.m. stealing cars? Like, and then you had a whole plan, like you had plates and you had it all planned out. So it's sad. It's just really sad. And I hope that he really gets the help that he needs.
So the police chief said that this was all a fake setup. Did you sense that at all when you were delivering the food?
I didn't, not at all, because I usually do it at night because she sleeps. and it's easier for me to do it at night if she's asleep. And so I was just thinking I was just doing a normal delivery, and next thing I knew, I seen my truck going down the street.
Do you plan to continue to DoorDash?
No. I mean, even if I do, I'm not doing anything at night anymore. I have to be aware and be able to see my surroundings.
Is that your only job, or do you have a second?
Well, I do DoorDash, I do Postmates, and yeah, that's pretty much my only job. Because my job closed last year, and so I was getting unemployment, but my unemployment ran out, so now I'm just trying to make money where I can still stay at home and not send her to daycare because of COVID. So just anything to stay at home.
And you lost your job as a result of the pandemic?
Yes.
What kind of?
I was a server.
Elizabeth, I was there when that moment when you guys were walking to the ambulance. I saw you clutching on to your daughter. What was going through your mind when not only did you get that call that she was safe, but you finally had her back in your arms?
It was a moment of joy. I felt like I gave birth again. Like it's the first time I ever seen her. I was just happy.
And it's safe to say a lot of bad decisions were made by someone yesterday, taking your car with your daughter in it. Do you have any reaction though that they didn't harm your daughter? That whatever happened, whatever played out, she was put on the front doorsteps of a safe home and you got her back?
I don't know who dropped her off, but I'm upset that another person was involved, but I'm also happy that they actually dropped her off and she was not harmed.
Do you have any message for other folks, who do DoorDash and, particularly mothers, in terms of those, dangers and things?
Just be aware of your surroundings. Make sure you're aware of your surroundings. Obviously, make sure you lock your door. And that's about it. Just make sure that you're safe at all times.
Elizabeth, your story yesterday, I think, caught so many people's attention. So many people are sending their thoughts out to you. Talk about, just how hard you work to provide for your daughter. You're taking her with you, working these overnight shifts. You're obviously a determined mother to provide for her. Can you just explain that?
Well, at the end of the day, the bills still have to be paid, whether you have a job or not. And I'm not trying to put myself in a predicament where I'm homeless or anything like that. So I just have to do what I have to do to make sure I have money coming in. So, which is a lot of people are doing that at this moment. Like just DoorDashing, Postmates, lifting, all that stuff because of what's going on in the world. So, I don't know. It's just hard. It's just hard.
Is it just you and Royalty? Do you have other kids, other family?
Yes, I have a 9-year-old. Thank God she wasn't in the truck. And then I have a 23-year-old and a 14-year-old. So.
You said you have a 14-year-old?
Mm-hmm.
And so this young man was 14. Do you think of him as a child? Or do you have any?
I do, and that's why I said I felt sad. I felt sad for him, and I hope that with him being so young, he can get put on the right path.
Can you imagine
Thank you so much.
forgiving him?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We're so happy for you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
We really appreciate you all so much. If you'd like to get some B-roll, feel free.
Is the chief available for any questions on the investigation?
Chief? Yes, she is. Chief Ramos is available for questions.
So, Chief, have you identified the person who dropped off the baby?
Okay, if you just give me a moment, I'll tell you what my update is, and if you have any further questions, I'll take it. We don't have much to offer at this time. Obviously, with the investigation ongoing, some things that maybe we believe to have been true, we're still reconfirming. So we don't have much to add. We have not identified any additional people. We have not been able to identify the person that dropped off the baby. We have confirmed that the vehicle that we thought was involved is not involved. So we are still doing our investigation. This very moment, moment, I went to take the CEO to introduce them to our superstar team, and they were not here. They were out and about, still hitting the ground and still trying to get answers. So we are still working diligently to bring this to even a further conclusion. And if there is anyone else, we definitely will identify and hold them to task.
Is it, given the timeline of where this young man was arrested and when the baby was dropped off, is it presumed or a certainty that someone other than the 14-year-old put the baby on that doorstep?
Well, in law enforcement, we try to make it a point of not assuming, so we're just trying to see where the investigation leads us.
Is that the way you're going? That this kid was arrested at 1 o'clock on the west side of town. This baby dropped out sometime after 1:30 on the east side of town.
We are trying to narrow down the time frame, sir. Yes, we are.
But you indicated yesterday he was in custody at the time that royalty was dropped off, so it's no way he could have dropped it off.
What I had stated was we were en route to pick him up, so we knew where he was, which was the other side of town, ma'am. Yes.
Can you provide any details of how he got to the other side of town or how he was located over there? And is the nature of his arrest? Was there any incident?
His mother provided the address as to where he could be located, and so at that time we went to that location to bring him into custody.
So there's no thought that any of his family members were harboring him or no?
It's hard to know at this time, ma'am.
Has he admitted to anything?
No, sir.
Can you comment? Your department in early February, I believe, put out a Facebook post with this young man's photo and said that you were looking for him at that time. Do you know what the nature of that search was?
He was reported as a missing person. There was nothing extraordinary about the actual report. He was reported missing by a family member and shortly thereafter was located.
So at that time, nothing criminal of nature with that search?
No, they didn't appear to be connected, no, sir.
Does he have any prior arrests or run-ins with the law?
I am not sure of that at this time, but you can feel free to do an open records request and they will look it up for you, sir.
Do you think he will be charged as an adult in this kidnapping offense or as a juvenile?
As it stands now, the answer to that would be yes. He would be charged as an adult. And so I don't have anything further at this time. I want to thank you again for giving Miss Elizabeth and Miss Royalty the time that they deserved this morning. It was very important for her yesterday to come out here and speak with you guys today because she said without you guys, it would have been a little bit more difficult to find Royalty. So since you helped her, she wanted to make sure she came here today to address you guys as well. And we wanted to accommodate that because we also know that without you, this probably would not have been possible. So thank you for being part of our journey yesterday. Thank you so much.